Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. We had two more no-hitters. We got Russa saying dumb stuff. We got Davey Martinez getting ejected and Pine Tar back on the front page. Let's do it. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's brought to you by DraftKings. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. Trevor out in California and producer BBD in the corner. And we've got some things to discuss today as baseball rolls on. We're in the thick of it. I love it. Most recent patrons, Jason Hagglesworth.
I bet.
Haggles to get his worth in life.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, baby. I love it.
Chase Galbraith. Robert T. Hey, what's this about? Are these people putting their last name initials, or is Patreon Sam just putting initials to help me out here? It feels like I'm being placated a little bit to make me sound better. Robert T. Aiden S. Dan Heffernan. Freddie B. Like, if those guys got easy last names, you're taking wins away from me. Trevor Mansmith, Alex Lee, Michael Vachan? Vaishon. You know him?
Well, I have a friend with the same last name.
You, Mr.
Wow.
Kingston.
Stephen Burns and Tim. Thank you very much.
Tim.
Patreon.com/JOMBOY Media. Tons of perks. Jake, how are you doing?
James. Trevor. Beautiful. Bodacious. Baby. David. I'm doing well, man.
We can't hear anything. Maybe the chat can just hear me. People.
Sounds
Jake is
out.
saying a bunch of dumb stuff. Oh, you're back now.
We're back.
Should we just start the show over? What did they hear? Did they hear the patrons?
They did. The last thing they heard was Jake saying, like, I'm good. Blah, 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 blah. I'm Jake Storiali, and I'm going to say my things.
Only here. Trev. Audio is back.
Jake, do everything you were just saying again.
I guess it's the Trevor Plouffe show now.
No, they're good now.
Yeah, I know, Jim.
I think
I'm
we're
good.
back.
I'm good. Trevor, how are you, big dog?
That's it? You don't want to go over that again? I'll give you the stage.
Trev, it's your stage.
Okay. I'm doing great. As we talked about before the show, these recording on Tuesday and then not seeing you guys again until Friday. I don't know if that's going to work for me.
No.
Maybe
Miss us
we
too
just
much.
got to add a fourth episode or something like that because I missed you guys a lot. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be with the chat. We got a lot to talk about today, so I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. BBD, how are you doing? Wearing the pirate shirt? Just coincidence?
Not a coincidence. Nothing's ever coincidental, Jimmy. And I was great until that happened. And now I'm going to be pretty mad all day.
Wait, so we found out, and then you put the shirt on.
We found out like right after I got out of the shower.
Because I figured you were already on your way to. It's perfect
I
timing.
ran a little late today.
BBD is wearing a pirate shirt, and our dude Show Tuck just got called up. Breaking news.
Kotuck Jersey.
Oh, very nice.
I need to get one of those. I didn't know BBD. Nice.
Oh,
nice.
yeah. BBD's in the swag game. BBD's in the swag. Five-tool Tuck is back, so Pirates on the up and up this episode. Watch out for elevator talk, but...
You want to get right into it?
I think we got to talk some baseball.
Let's get right into it then. I will bring you the NL recap.
Wow.
Here's what happened. It's brought to you by Hydrant. Jake's drinking some right now. Staying hydrated is key. Now that Jake and I are going to be professional sports players, we got to stay hydrated. So this is going to be key to our training regimen. It's a throw day for us today, Trev. Yesterday was a rest day. Today's a throw day. Saturday, rest day. Sunday, we'll be back at the office. It's a throw day. So we're going to have to drink a lot of hydrant. We'll go to drinkhydrant.com/baseball, and we'll get 20% off our order. And if we subscribe, we'll get 30% off our first subscription to stay hydrated. Hydrant is a refreshing drink mix powder made with 4 key electrolytes: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc. It's made with real fruit juice powder and no artificial sweeteners or synthetic colors. No nonsense. All science. What flavor are you drinking right now?
I'm drinking the red.
Nice. They also have Teddy can't drink red, right? Trev?
Teddy cannot have red food dye. You're correct. Thank you.
Okay. I know. I listen. Hydrant also has sleep. And it's a new bedtime mix carefully formulated to promote restful sleep and hydration. Hydrant Sleep includes melatonin and magnesium and L-theanine and GABA and chamomile. And they have the 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it, send it back for a full refund. So that's drinkhydrant.com/baseball. Enter promo code baseball for 20% off your first order. Here is what happened in the National League. The Marlins took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. Marlins starting pitchers had a 0.48 ERA. Phillies starting pitchers did pretty well themselves. Both bullpens kind of sucked in this series. Rojas and Anderson had 4 hits, a home run, and a double each. Real Muto sits on Thursday because of his hand. Also talked about some other stuff that involves hands that we'll get into later. Mets take 2 out of 3 from the Braves. Mets roll on. Both offenses struggled, but both starting pitchers and relief pitchers put up good ERAs in this series. And the Mets got help from the backups. Nido, Peraza, VR, and is this a typo? Is his name Johnsway? Fargus. He made his debut. Those guys combined for 7 extra base hits, 3 home runs. But I saw this name on the sheet today, Johnsway. Is that a typo or is that real? We can get into it. But Acuna hit his first career walk-off home run in Game 3. Good job there to save the sweep. Not a typo? How do you pronounce that name?
You're all over it.
Johnsway.
You're all over it, babe.
Inoa out multiple months after punching a wall, and Fried exits Game 1 with crampiness in his hand. So bad time for the Braves and their hands. Ended both series recap with hand stuff. Giants sweep the Reds. The Giants in a 4-game set roll on. They won the last game 19-4, just daring people to not believe in them every single series. Man, it was nuts. They had 9 home runs. The Giants starting pitchers pitched to a 0.75 ERA. Just crazy shit. Crawford hit 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. Dubon and Ruff had 6 hits each. Nuts. The Cubs took 3 of 4 from the Nationals. There was some drama in this series. The Cubs were hitting Hap, our dude. 3 home runs, 5 RBIs. Javi, 2 home runs. Cub relievers pitched 16.1 scoreless innings. How about that? Strasburg's coming back for the Nats on Friday, so that's exciting. The Cardinals swept the Pirates. That's why they're bringing up Kotuck. Help them out a little bit. There's only a 2-game set. Cardinals hit pretty well. Pirates starters pitched to a 12.15 ERA. Not good. Flaherty improves to 8-0 on the season. Edman had 5 hits and 5 RBIs in the 2 games. Martinez and Mikolas to be activated from the IL and start this weekend. This is tough. Jake's D-backs got swept by Trev's Dodgers. Dodgers starting pitchers had a 1.25 ERA. The relief pitchers had a 1.88 ERA. Just dominated everyone on the mound. D-backs hitters slashed 131 with a 203 on base percentage. Will Smith hit 2 home runs. Pujols hits his first home run as a Dodger, and Bellinger's going to start his rehab assignment in AAA. And this one's tough as well. The Padres swept Jake's Rocks. Man, Padres starting pitchers just dominated. The relief pitchers had 8 scoreless innings. Tatis goes 4 for 4 with a home run and 2 doubles in his return from COVID. Melanson records his 15th save. Good shit for the Padres, and that is your NL recap.
Tough to be a fan for you, Jake, huh?
I mean, they're previously Jake's Rocks. We all know when they traded Arenado, that was the end of my fandom. And then I got courted by another beautiful NL West team that we're going through something right now. We're going through something. Ran into the Dodgers at the wrong time. Dodgers sneaky, 8-2 in their last 10. Are they figuring out? You just kind of haven't noticed because Padres are 9-1 in their last 10, and so are the Giants, 8-2. So the NL West is sorting out. We're seeing a lot of stuff sort itself out. My Rockies, by the way, previously Jake's Rockies, 2-17 on the road this year. So 13-12 at Coors. So
Trevor Story, I love you, baby.
we love you.
2-17 on the road.
The road's been tough for us. All right.
You're not part of them
something
anymore.
nice about
are
the
you,
Rock.
not
are
part
you
of
there
them.
or are you not there?
That was Trevor's Story talking through me
Oh, okay.
Oh,
because we have the same last name.
I
Josh
misread that.
Fuentes,
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
big
yeah.
fan of ours. He reached out. I'm a big fan of his. Hot boy. He's better looking than Nolan Arenado. Probably funnier than Nolan Arenado. So
Trev,
maybe they're
don't
gonna,
lose
maybe
us,
they're gonna become my
Arenado.
Rocks.
Yeah. Trevor's Rockies, official. Stamped.
Okay, great.
That's huge. All right, so we've talked about the worst team. Cardinals still separating. The Cubbies, the only other team in the NL Central above the 500 mark as of right now.
Fuentes hot right now, just to let you guys know.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hot.
He said, wow, my cousin's doing good. I'm going to do the same stuff.
813 slugging in his last 8 games.
Ooh. Can I pose a question to you guys?
Yeah.
I love being asked questions.
Okay. Rosie and I talked about it a little bit today on the IG Live. Shout out. Ad. He thinks the Giants are still going to sell. He thinks that, what's the guy's name? Farhan?
I think it's Fugan.
Farhan Zaidi.
He has a plan. He's going to stick to his plan.
Saeed.
Blah, blah, blah. I told Chris this morning, I don't think so. Are the Giants, are they a juggernaut? Are they as good as their record indicates? What do you guys think?
Well, according to the Pythagorean win-loss record, they are exactly as good as their record indicates. A lot of people like looking at that. That says they should be 28-16. They are 28-16. They have a winning, and luck factor has them at 0, which would go hand in hand with that. I mean, all of their numbers are good. 6-4 versus the East, 8-3 versus the Central, 11-7 versus the West, 3-2 in Interleague, 14-4 at home, 14-12 on the road. They're bad in extra innings, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everything kind of adds up.
Their statistics add up too.
Trev, it was my award a couple eps ago. Heading into the weekend, the Roses, Outcast music video. Listen to that song. Got the YouTube 1-month trial.
You did.
Trying it out. Yeah, letting it rip.
Nice.
Listen to music. Was like, whoa, so people just listen to music? I said, Poppy. The Giants, Trev, we talked about this. If there's one thing that they kind of had, the sneaky snat of the offseason was they were the only team with 7 starters returning that had OPS pluses of 100+. We talked about their hitting coaches ad nauseum, my favorite hitting coaches in the league. And the other thing that ties into that is that pitching is just ahead of hitting right now. Like, something happened with the ball, but the pitchers got far ahead. The technology won. Go check out some of the stuff that's happening in the minor leagues. The Yankees' number 28 prospect, Glenn Otto, here's a deep dive. He struck out 14 of the 16 batters he faced. Prospect number 28 last night. The pitchers are ahead.
Our other dude, Waldachuk or whatever his name is.
Waldachuk. So, and that's bring this to the
big
Giants
deep.
now. Gossman, who clearly found something and got out of, Orioles hell. He's been lights out. Disco DeScalfani looks nasty. Wood looks grosser than him. They have pitching. They have hitting. Like, yes, I'm bought into these Giants.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like shades of the 04 Red Sox team, like a bunch of like kind of outcast veterans mixed with some younger guys. Like that's kind of the feel it has to me. I could be completely off base because I don't know the statistics of that team. I just remember them, obviously in a positive manner. But man, like
Disagree.
what they've been able to do, they just put up 19 freaking runs against the Reds. They can bang, they can pitch. They've been doing it in arguably, one of the best divisions in baseball. Big freaking series coming up against the Dodgers, though. This is going to be a lot of fun.
What are the
Bauer
probables?
versus Wood tonight.
Bauer versus
Love
Wood. Gabe Kapler was on both those teams that you just talked about.
Oh.
Maybe that's your connection.
Wow. My boy Gabe.
Do you know what Gabe's middle name is?
I don't.
Wow.
Stefan.
I like that. That suits him.
He seems more Stefan than Gabe.
You guys saw Acuna
Gabriel
when he hit
Stefan.
that walk-off?
What's that?
You saw Acuna when he hit that walk-off, give the Vince Carter?
It's over. That walk-off
cool.
got buried in sports news. I don't know what it was. I woke up.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Jim, this is what I'm saying. Like, we have, the Braves are one of our strongest ties in the company right now. I woke up, we were doing Wake and Jake, and we're just going through like, oh, okay, this happened last night. It was like the Curry-LeBron game happened, and Kluber threw the no-hitter, and going back
Davey got ejected.
through some of the box scores, I was like, all right, what other baseball stuff is of notes? And it's like, okay, Acuna home run in the 9th propels Braves. And I was like, okay. Me and BBD both started laughing. We were like, okay, was it a walk-off or did that just start a rally? Acuna hit a walk-off home run and it got no pub.
Well, Braves fans were asking me to do a breakdown of it, so I never had time because so much shit was happening.
But like, but it like never came across your general timeline, right? Like
The video of it didn't, but also I don't really use Twitter the way normal people
Right.
do, so I'm not a good judge of that.
I don't know. It was just weird. Like, that should have been the most seen video that night, and I think it just got buried by other sports stuff.
Can I tell you something?
Please.
Mets stay in first place in their division.
Hell yeah.
The Cards sweep. They stay in first place in their division.
I've got your pronunciation.
How do you say it?
Janeshwi.
Oh, I like that.
It's not John's Way?
It's not John's.
Where's he from?
Janeshwi Fargus is from Puerto Rico.
Janeshwi.
Janeshwi.
Sounds like a French name to me.
It does.
Janeshwi.
How do you spell it?
Jon. So that's the John you were getting.
Yep.
Esh. Eshwi. Janeshwi.
Yeah, the end of that looks like someone fell on the keyboard while they were typing it.
Come on.
People forget the French gave us the Statue of Liberty, so.
People forget that all the time. That's why the inside of it looks just like the Eiffel Tower.
Yep, sure. Go France.
No, take it back.
Is France doing something wrong these days?
No idea.
Trev, weren't you going to
not
tell us?
America.
Weren't you going to tell us that Eiffel Tower story you had?
I've never been to Paris.
Oh,
I'd love to go.
The minor league Eiffel Tower story you had.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay. We'll move on. Houston Astros are in the AL, so we're not going to talk about them yet.
huge.
Giants are leading
They used to be in the NL.
They used to be, for sure.
Yeah.
The Giants are leading the West still.
Braves are 20-24. What the F?
They're only 3.5 games back.
Yeah.
The Nationals get bumped down.
Yeah.
4.5 back. That was like they were all within 3 at this point.
Cubbies with a sweep. Second in the NL Central.
The Rockies do Trev's Twins a favor and become the worst team in the league. They're 13 games back in the West.
Ooh, I like that as a path for the Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's first step.
Jump one team a series.
The first step was don't be the worst team in baseball.
Monday's up, we're saying, okay, Twins are up to 28.
Yeah.
Next Friday, 27.
You know what we can call it? The Twin Ladder.
We'll call it the Twin Ladder.
Yeah.
And we can check in on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough for me, guys, because I want to go off, but I'm also visiting the Twin Cities in a couple weeks. So I got to, can't be just off the rails here, then going and shaking a bunch of hands, right?
I think what it's going to be is, there's going to be a Twins record before Coach Trev visits, and there's going to be a Twins record after Coach Trev visits.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out. Go check out what Joe Mauer's doing. We're doing the home run derby there. Just got told today, and I'm probably going to lose now. I thought I was going to win, but Jim Tomei is
Ooh.
also in the home run derby. So I'm absolutely screwed. He is literally Paul Bunyan.
Kind of.
Fuck with his bat.
Okay.
I would never.
I'm just saying, if you wanted to win, burn his bat or something.
He looks like we used to call him, Jim Credible, because he looks like Mr. Incredible.
Yeah.
Like that is him.
That's good.
Anything else in the National League that
That's
you guys
what-
want to talk about? Any big storylines here? All of the big storylines came from the American League, right?
Jimmy makes all the interns here call him Jim Credible. It's a
Yeah,
requirement.
it's his company.
Yeah.
I heard it's a harsh environment there. That's it's
Jake
It's
peed
all-
on someone yesterday.
You'll be killed.
I peed on someone.
I hit BBD in the elbow with a pitch in the back alley.
Jim was who got peed on.
Not enough people are talking about how sweet BBD's swing looked on that one ball that actually bounced.
Mm.
And he nailed it back up the middle. Nice swing, BBD.
Swing path guy.
Yeah, just going to get more reps today. Finding the timing
It's
again.
tough for BBD because
Yeah.
he is my stand-in, and he sees 30 pitches that come nowhere close to the zone, and then I post the 5 that look good.
If there was a running pitch count on BBD, it would be a 29 ball, 4-strike count.
Yeah,
But the ones that get in there,
yeah.
nasty.
Thing is,
Nice.
I feel compelled to swing at anything that looks like might be hit.
It's around it.
Well, we have the strike zone now, so
Yeah.
we're going to be much more.
Yeah.
like,
You have a thing you're specifically aiming
yeah,
at. now,
accuracy
we'll
is
see.
going to be better. Back alley at bats. It's going to be a real thing, Trev. You going to fly out and take some at bats?
Let's see.
Yes. I don't have that plan, but we can.
When
plan
did the
that.
Pirates come to play the Mets? Because I told Kotak he had to come stand in, and he was like, "I'm all about it."
He's not
Hey,
about it.
Before we move on from the NL, I think we have to mention DeGrom to going down into the minor leagues and just making a mockery of it.
It's messed up, man.
What did he
It's-
do
it's
down there?
hilarious. Where
9
did he go? He
batters.
went-
9 batters, struck out 8, I believe.
Yeah.
That's me.
In no pitches. It was 60 pitches or something like that. That's the personification of a man amongst boys.
At a certain point, do you even need batters to stand in if you're DeGrom?
It's funny because those kids are like, shit. These actually count on my stats, which sucks. Because this guy's throwing, he threw 102. He had the other team's social media tweeting saying we give up. What did we do to deserve this? He was so good, and I'm sure he bought them a spread. I'm curious about that.
Well,
I always wanna
who
know,
was
what
the- who
spread
was-
did he buy?
Who are the 2 players on the Palm Beach Cardinals that put a ball in play against him?
The PBCs?
I'm gonna find it because they should be celebrated. That's
Yeah, one guy got on an error. I saw that.
Pirates come to New York July 8th through 11th, Thursday through Sunday.
July 8th through 11th.
Yep.
We'll be here, right?
I think so.
Okay.
We leave Sunday morning. That Thursday
that's
is the
right.
podcast day for us, but I think during
Last
the day
series
we're
before
good.
the All-Star break.
Oh yeah.
How about it?
It's a Friday.
Bitch, I'm about it. Huh?
What team is Tanner Murphy on? That'll help me out a lot.
Okay.
Okay, Tanner Murphy's on the Port St. Lucie whatever majigs.
Mets.
Yeah. It's the Palm Beach Cardinals is who he faced.
So the first batter put it in play, reached on an error. And then Jacob Butchberger, he grounded out. So in the first inning, DeGrom allowed 2 balls put in play. Second inning struck out the side. Third inning struck out the side. And that's all. And they pitched 3 innings.
This was fun.
Do you guys got anything on Pujols hitting his first home run? That's in the National League. Do you give an award or talk about that? It looked like a weird swing to me.
Did look like a weird swing. Looked like he popped it up.
Yeah.
I don't know his numbers. What are his numbers, BBD, if you can find that, since he went over to the Dodgers?
273, 333, and 879 OPS. 11 at-bats. 3 hits. One's a homer. Apo Taco, too.
He started 3 of the 4 games?
He's playing.
And Belly's coming back, and we'll see how that all works itself out.
Wait,
But
so
man, if there was a time you wanted to bet on the Dodgers, I think that time is about to be done because they're going to get their team back. And I know the Giants and the Padres are good, but this team, when they're healthy, nobody's stopping them.
So hold up. He started first game against Muncie, lefty, and then he started the next game at first base Bumgarner, not Madison, not Muncy. Then he started the next game at first base against a righty. I didn't think they were going to use him this much. Then he sat but got a pinch hit, and then he started again. So Muncy just went to second every game?
Muncy's hot right now, too.
Yeah.
He's killing it. I think
Thank
Muncy.
you, Josh, for the $10. I will see if I can steal one of those monster bats.
Muncy leading the NL and OBP right now.
Muncy ball. It's a new version.
Batting average up to 277. He's hitting, too.
Leading in walks. Gets you there.
We talked about them. Little message to Dodgers fans. Muncy's not fast.
He's not slow.
He is slow.
Didn't we do this last?
It's like
we've done
when
this
it's like
before.
what it is. He's average speed, which
His
is
baseball
slow.
savant is average,
Which is slow.
Whoa, I don't
which
think
is
that's
average, not slow.
50th
Pujols.
percentile.
Slow.
That's average.
Yeah. Slow.
If you look at him, you'd be like,
The slow guys bring
that
it
guy's
down.
slow.
But they talk about him like every time we do a video, they're like, "Well, why you acting like Muncy's slow?" It's like he's not fast.
I think you'd
He could be like
expect
one
him
of
to
those
be
guys
like the
that's a good base
slowest
runner.
guy, and he's not.
It's like
the
when a
slowest guy on
bird
the
shits on you, and then someone's like, "Hey, that's good luck," and you're like, "Well, you're just saying that
No.
because a bird shit on
Not
you."
good luck. It's not.
It's not good luck. It's
I'm
bad luck.
glad we all agree on that. That's a ridiculous statement for someone to make.
I would
that's-
argue it's bad luck.
It's just trying to spin that
Yeah.
person's feelings.
Like if you step in dog shit, that's good luck. No, it's not. It's
Bad luck.
horrible luck. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Fall inside a blowhole. That's bad luck. Shouldn't have been playing by the blowhole.
What's a blowhole?
Oh, it's like a rock
Like a whale?
formation on the side of the ocean where it's like a cave. You ever seen Fool's Gold? This big blowhole scene in Fool's Gold. The
flick.
water goes into the side of the earth, and there's a hole underneath the rocks, and water blows up.
Famous one in Maui.
There's a famous one in Australia, and I saw a guy almost fall in, and a lot of people fell in and died because they play by the blowhole.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Does. It's not fun. Let's go to the American League, find out what happened there. It's brought to you by Jake. Are you ready?
Brought to you by Jake. No, okay.
Brought to you by Jake, the American League
Lives
Recap.
there. Ooh, the American League. How about we start out with the Rays versus the Orioles, and the Rays sweep. People are sleeping on the Rays. They've started to figure it out this season. They're getting it going. Also helps when you play the O's. The Rays bats went this series, finally. They kind of haven't gone all season. 347, 1 dot for the series. That'll do it. Arozarena and Joey Wendell with big series. Love that. Santander returning for the O's. Let's go, Baltimore. Yankees at the Rangers. They drop the first game, a cold start. Oh my God, what's going on? They win the next 3, including a Corey Kluber no-no. Hey, how about it? But the injury bug is starting to find the Yanks. Stan and Hicks both to the IL. Don't like that. Red Sox and Blue Jays. Okay, how's your hitting? Blue Jays win game 1, 8-0. Battle of the Southpaws, Ryu and Erod. Red Sox take the middle game and the final game. Both offenses hit, kind of like you'd think. Jays actually out-hit the Sox, but Martinez with a big go-ahead 2-run homer with 2 outs in the 9th. That's how you win a series, babe. Trevor's Twins play the White Sox. A lot of conversation around this series. White Sox take 2 out of 3. They win 16-4 the first game. You might have heard some stuff about that. And then they take the last game 2-1. Giolito twirled an absolute gem. My guy, Nick the Stick Madrigal, hits his first major league home run. Love that. Indians at Angels. Indians take 2 out of 3 because they played the Angels. Starting pitching, actually Indians got a little hitting in this series, which again, that's a little odd. Bullpen shoved, 0.87 ERA and 10.1. Mike Trout out 6 to 8 weeks. Sad for baseball. We don't like that. How about a little double dip with the Halos, because they played the Twinkies in a split doubleheader as a makeup, and they split. Cobb versus the Torpedo. Angels took that one. Twins won 6-3. Berrios versus Canning. Sano getting hot, by the way. Might hear about him later. Astros and Athletics. Astros take 2 out of 3, and that's obvious. The Athletics won the first game. My guy Manaya was on the bump for that one. Astros hit this series, 356 batting average. Holy smokes. Athletics did not. 208 batting average. 12 extra base hits for the Stros. Mitch Moreland goes to the IL for the Athletics. Finally, Tigers sweep the Mariners. Tough. Sleepless in Seattle. 4-1, 5-0, 6-2. Sheesh. Seattle did not bring the stick. / I guess the Tigers pitched, and a kudos to Spencer Turnbull with another no-hitter in this 2021 season. And that's what happened in the American League.
Great stuff, Jake.
Nice, Jake.
Thanks,
Nice.
guys.
Great stuff, Jake. Great stuff, Jake.
Great stuff, cake.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I hate the Angels.
Oh, sure.
I'm back to it.
Welcome.
I know, but like,
We wanted to.
you want to get in on them.
I was never in on him. You guys know that. Never.
Yeah, there's a couple weeks there. It sucks that Trout got hurt for all of baseball.
Yes.
But now they're just going to waste Ohtani.
Yes.
Dude, I hate the Angels.
Could have signed with the Yanks.
Imagine like being the Harlem Globetrotters, but then you only let like the water boy take shots. It's just like tons of cool passes and awesome plays, and then you just dish it to the one kid and he just bricks it. It's kind of what the Angels do. It's like that was a spectacle, but they never win.
Okay.
I think you could take that a step up to real basketball and be if like LeBron played with us four. But LeBron can't shoot.
Like 3 of the 5 are like nuts. Like you're just going to see crazy athleticism, but they only let the other 2 shoot.
There's some really good stats. They change every day, but they're like, if you do Trout's WAR, Ohtani's WAR, and Jared Walsh, the first baseman who's been killing it, it's like 85% of the Angels' WAR. They stink. The Rangers passed them for last place. Good job, Angels. But yeah, I mean, it's rinse repeat every year.
It is. It is, and there's a great meme on the internet right now that a lot of people are using to describe the Angels. It's like a Bugatti sitting next to this, old broken down home. It's exactly what it is, man. Like you got some good players, but you don't got a team.
Well, it's
like
partly
that.
because whatever.
Tell me, Jim. Tell me.
It's crazy. We spent all offseason saying, like, go get Odorizzi, who I know is hurt, or go get
Bauer,
or Tanaka. Like, go get pitchers. And they got Quintana and Cobb.
We don't want a guy with a career 4 ERA.
And we were,
Bauer's not
and everyone was
good.
like, well, why didn't you get any of the big pitchers that were available? And now every single pitcher has an ERA.
It's bad.
That's horrible, besides Ohtani.
Cobb 4.78.
But
he's the low man.
like the most casual of casual baseball fans what it was saying in the offseason, like Angels should go get some of these pitchers that are good. And they didn't get any of them. So what's my new favorite word?
Oh, BBD. Egregious, erroneous, the
Negligent.
court word, negligent.
Negligent. Angels are negligent. It's my new favorite word. So that's my AL take. That's all I got from your recap.
Dylan Bundy.
I'm mad at him.
Dylan Bundy, 6 ERA this year. Oops. Let's talk about the good teams. Let's talk about the teams that
let's do
deserve to be talked about.
Red Sox.
Red Sox are still doing it. That whole AL East, boogity. Red Sox.
Yeah.
1 game up on the Rays, 1.5 games up on the Yankees, and 2.5 up on the Jays. That JD Martinez homer.
It's the closest top 4 out of all 6 divisions.
And they're 4 good teams, man. This is going to be fun. The Rays kind of turned up the knob when everyone turned their head for the past week or so. 8-2, 26-19. Man, man, the AL East is going to be a lot of fun throughout the summer. I'm excited for that.
Astros win.
If
That was a big series.
if the Jays would have held on last night, all the teams would have been within one game.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I know it's
Damn
in
it.
May, but that's awesome, man. That's what you want.
So who are you blaming for that?
I don't know who gave the homer.
It was
Dolis.
Dolis.
I blame him.
Mad at him.
Here's what I don't get. I'm looking at this, like the stats. I like to go, and the teams that are good usually have good OPS plus and a good ERA plus. And the Rays are 5th in all of baseball in OPS plus with a 110. But the numbers supporting it, 235 batting average, 315 OBP, 404 slugging, don't add up. So I don't understand how they come up with that number.
They're setting records for strikeouts. I think they've been leading the league all season, and it's on pace to set the strikeout record. Man, they needed some Orioles pitching. I think that helps. But Arozarena the last 7 days, Fangraphs has him ranked number 3 of all baseball players. Joey Wendell, 14. When the Yankees saw this team last, they were dying. They got a getaway day win, and then I think from there, the bats have woken up. Because it's not a lot of the same names, but they're finding pitching. It's what the Rays do. So if they hit enough, they get hot, and that's what they're doing right now. Kiermaier's back. G-Man Choi is back. They had a little bit of the injury bug. Man, a fun Tampa Sox series this weekend. Holy cow,
Yep.
Bobby Doll back.
And who is are the Yankees playing the White Sox? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Another good series.
That's going to be a really fun series too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about tonight. More excited about tomorrow. But we'll see. Who's pitching for the White Sox? Who we got coming in?
I know tonight's Rodon.
Dylan Cease, and not sure who Sunday is.
Should we have Giolito come by?
Maybe hit him up.
Are they allowed?
I don't know.
We can meet him in the park, mug him, move on.
Yeah. Keuchel
Don't
Sunday.
do that.
What if it's a running series we do, Trev?
It's a joke.
It's like the 9th at 9 in Happy Gilmore. We just, whatever visiting player, like Grichuk's coming by, the Blue Jays, we just say, hey, meet us by the fountain. And then we have cameras set up, and we mug them.
This is the Bronx.
Yeah. And then we mug them, and that's a new.
I like that.
We do
running
it on
segment.
camera, so it's a prank.
Yeah.
It's just called mugging MLB players.
Yeah.
Ooh, Giolito was all up in your city last night eating some really expensive looking sushi. Saw that on his IG.
He's here? The fuck? He's going to sushi
Travel
places?
Bay.
Like it looked like a real, like I'm saying, like, New York sushi's already pricey, but this looked like one of them $4 on Yelp places.
And,
$4
yeah,
signs.
that's Storielli Sushi.
Let's talk about the Astros a little bit.
Let's do it, Trev.
That was a big series.
Oakland's still at the top of the division, am I right?
Nope. Astros are now in first place.
Oh, they took it from them by
Half
a half
game.
game. Okay. I mean, yeah, look, they're 8-2 and their last 10. I mean, they're just doing it. They're a team that just gets it done, man. Finding pitching when they need to. Greinke had a great start.
Did you
Hate
hear
him
what
all you
Greinke
want,
said
man,
about
but
his
they're good.
start?
I did
It's
not.
kind of more personal storyline. I think Greinke said, like, yeah, I was trying to just throw harder, and it worked. Something along those lines. It was, I wish I had the quote in front of me. It was funny.
Haven't been there. Man, Ryan Presley starting to put together a nice season as the closer on that team. And, yeah, again, I've mentioned it a lot on here, the Fangraphs last 7 days. If red is good on that page, that means you're kind of top tier. Altuve's been doing it. Bregman's been doing it. Gurriel, Correa. They've got 3 guys in the top 17 for the last week. Like, that lineup, man. They're a good team. We were on that. We were on that before the season.
I got him in the World Series. That's what I got.
Greinke's four-seam velocity averaged 90 miles per hour. He maxed out at 92.3. I don't know. There's a quote about him throwing harder. It doesn't seem that much harder.
Odorizzi, Urquidy, Valdez, Verlander on the IL. That's a whole nother starting pitching staff.
Well, what's Didn't Framber get some like crazy news that he's going to return?
I think Framber's coming back.
Yeah, I thought there was a headline and I was like, what?
Let's see. Astros,
Big Framber pod.
Framber Valdez continuing to rehab Saturday. So, like, yeah.
Greinke jumped up 2 miles per hour. He usually sits 88. Jumped up to 90 average.
A little harder.
It's a big jump. Is Framber still using that like little league glove, like the 9-incher?
Got to. I hope he goes smaller.
Love that thing.
I'm trying to buy myself a Little League glove for back alley at bats.
Let's ball.
I was trying to throw a little harder today, but then it ended up being a lot harder. Was Greinke's quote on? I knew it was a funny
great
quote.
quote.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good strategy.
We got to talk about Tigers Mariners because people are gonna be mad. We got to mention everybody. Tigers get the sweep. Mariners get no hit for the second time.
Tigers are hot, Trev.
Don't sleep on the Tigers.
What are they doing? Let me see. I got the standings.
In the last 10, the Tigers are 8-2.
They heard us talking shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
95 winning percentage now. Okay.
Also, how much does that end the Mariners season?
Yes.
Same way
Hey, the Mariners did that 2 years
That's
ago.
the new
right?
rule. If the Tigers
No.
sweep you, you're done. The Royals got swept by the Tigers. We sat here. We declared the Royals done. Trade everyone. And now the Mariners get swept by the Tigers, and now they're done.
Yeah, like, have fun. You still got the young guys. Kelnick got the call.
You weren't expected to win anyway.
All the dudes, like, good run.
Yeah.
I love Kelenic and I love the pub that he is getting. I really do. But for people to come say, oh, they need this guy. He's going to bring him to the playoffs. He's going to be the savior. It doesn't work that way.
Kelnick.
It does not work that way. Kelenic. What do I keep saying?
It's Kelnick.
Kelnick.
Two syllables.
Ignore that second E
You
when
mind-
you're talking about him.
My name gets absolutely butchered all the time. These guys, stop being so soft.
I did a whole
about it.
video on Sandy
Alcantara.
but that's how I say it, and that's wrong.
Is it Alcantara?
Alcantara, yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
sucks.
People were mad at me
Alcantara
for
is
how I
so
say
much more
Yanoa.
fun to say. Alcantara? That blows.
Imagine growing up with a name like Plouffe, and like
Every
having,
day.
like it's. Come on, guys.
That's why you were so angry all the time.
I'm not. I think it's funny. In
Very
fact, I
angry.
usually let people just say it wrong because, like, who cares?
One time in my life, someone mispronounced my last name, and it was the wildest moment I've ever had.
The wildest.
What did they
moment
say?
I've ever had.
Obrian, straight up ignored the apostrophe.
Ooh, I kind of like that better. You sound like a guy from Game of Thrones.
Only
James
happened
Obrian.
once. Obrian, Jimmy Obrian. It's like, whoa, you're some kind of special.
Okay.
Mariners fans would probably want us to say something about injuries. Marco Gonzalez, Evan White, Ty France, Slump Watch guy, Shed Long, Enemy, James Paxton. Trade guys from
Rules are
Seattle.
rules.
Trade guys from Seattle. Kendall Graveman, Kyle Seager, Mitch Haniger. Now we're talking Mariners.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe they're going to be good soon. I know they got a lot of prospects ready to go, but
Timeout.
It ain't the year this year.
Jake called timeout.
I called timeout.
What are you calling timeout about?
Nottingham, back to the Mariners.
That's right. My guy Jacob.
That happened?
Not an early settler name. A
Can
Shakespeare.
you tell people the whole path then?
name.
Jacob Nottingham is just being shared by the Brewers and the Mariners. This is unreal. They claimed him off waivers for the second time. The first time, the Brewers traded back for him. And now he's
Happened with David Hale and the Brewers a couple years ago, right?
twice this season. Jacob Nottingham has been a part of the Mariners or the Brewers.
He's a dual player. It's a loan system.
Like, at a certain point, MLB should just shake
kind
hands.
Of a hot boy.
They just call each other up
Kind of
like,
a hot
when do
boy.
you need him next?
Yeah. Yeah, he does some of that Cali Strong stuff, right? He's around that.
He was out there working out with Yelly in the off season, so I got to meet him a few times. Big boy, got good hair. I could see why teams are like, hey, this guy looks like a ball player. Looks good in a uniform, that's for sure.
Can I tell you guys something?
What a ball player does.
My dude, you say
Yeah.
he's putting it together.
pitching.
He was I think he's gonna announce himself. Tough start. Last 4 starts, 3 ERA, no clunkers. You say. He might be traded.
Someone in the chat said Jake looks like he smells like cream cheese. What do you guys think that means?
I mean, I love cream cheese on a bagel.
What kind?
So it's not like a
You get
bad
regular
thing.
cream cheese, or you get some of the fancy ones?
So I have my bagel spot that I go to, and I just get regular whipped for me. I get strawberry for the kids. I'm a poppy seed bagel guy.
Poppy seed, huh?
Oh, get that little high, huh?
Jake doesn't even like cream cheese, I don't think.
I love cream cheese.
You just don't like bagels.
You'd think I'd like bagels more than I do.
It's not that you
love
dislike a
bagels.
bagel,
You're not like
but
a bagel.
Trev,
I like bagels.
it's a
You
bagel
just-
place in my town.
look
Best
at me.
bagel I ever had.
I love that, Jim. I'm happy.
I've
for
been
you,
around.
'cause a nice bagel is excellent.
I go there. I would disregard bagel flavor. I just say, what's the most fresh? Because they
Nice.
come right out of the oven.
whichever one you just finished.
One time it was
I
cinnamon
don't like
raisin,
the-
and I was like, well, I don't want cinnamon raisin. I'm not a child.
Ooh, cinnamon raisin's
Cinnamon
good, but
raisin's
that's
good.
no cream cheese for me.
Get
That's just
over yourself.
butter.
Yeah, it's like a dessert bagel.
It's a bagel.
I will say this: I don't smear my whole bagel. I do it by the bite because I don't want hot cream cheese.
Show. That's
Oh,
show.
interesting.
Yeah.
Girls with braces do that too.
Mm.
All right. Interleague.
White Sox, Indians still command the Central. Are we doing TLR now, later?
Do you want to do TLR? Let's do it later.
So sick of talking about that guy.
He's a bug.
We've all kind of got our thoughts on it out there already, right?
It's just
I guess we're doing it now.
everybody predicted it. Everybody predicted it. And what's funny is let's just go about it right now. The problem I really have with him is he still thinks he didn't do anything wrong. All the backlash, his players contradicting him to the media, Lance Lynn, like his veteran presence in the clubhouse saying the exact opposite of what Tony La Russa is saying. And then Tony La Russa acts like not one guy in the clubhouse has a problem with me. It's like, dude, you were just
Tim Anderson.
What?
Tim Anderson
Everybody.
quoted on Instagram. They put out Tony La Russa's quote on Instagram, and Tim Anderson commented and said, like, game wasn't over. Like actively said the opposite of what Tony La Russa was saying. And then La Russa said, no one has a problem. It's like, well, no, it's already happened. The quote to Lance Lynn, I didn't hear how Tony La Russa said it. I'd love to hear the audio of it, because, like, if he said it with a laugh, there's a way that I'm like, okay, it wasn't that bad. But if he said that straight up, that quote that he's got a locker, I've got an office, like if he said that like firm, that's the worst quote of the bunch. Like Lance Lynn is the most likable guy in baseball, and he's what, like Jake and I said this somewhere, he's an alpha, but not in the bad way. Like Lance Lynn isn't like a bro douche, bull, I'm in like gonna flex in your face and talk shit to you. You just presence alone, kind of like that.
Lance Lynn wants you to do your thing, whether you're Corey Kluber. He talked about it on this show when he was in Texas. He's like, you're Corey Kluber. You got size in the bag, dude. Or you're Tim Anderson. Like, Lance is telling Tim, be you, bat flip, go for it. Like, Lance is the man. And for Tony to go there, it's just so dumb.
It's a great quote. Someone messaged me like, that's a great quote, though. And I'm like, it is. It's kind of like when Rex Ryan said, I've stepped over tougher guys.
I've stepped over bigger dudes on my way to a bar fight.
Yeah,
Love that line.
That's a great quote that Rex Ryan had. And Rex Ryan said it being with a shit-eating grin and joking and having fun. It is a great quote. He's got a locker, I have an office. But if he didn't say it in like a very joking manner and said it, I didn't hear it.
Saying it to the media.
Yeah, then it's just like, what?
And he's known Lance Lynn like a really long time.
That's why I wonder if it was like a joke. I wish do we have the audio of that?
I wonder if he was saying like, look, he's gonna say that because he's in the locker room. I'm separate. I shouldn't be defending him at all. But it's clear that he just has no idea what the hell is going on. The game has passed him by. Trust me, he is not the reason that the White Sox are in the position that they are in. It is 100% the players and TLR.
No.
You made a good point.
We're not saying that.
Yeah, we hate it.
I'll say you made a good point. It's too good of a nickname for him.
I refuse it. I don't understand why it's happening. Why is everyone calling
Tony
him?
La Russa's too long.
Well, why is everyone calling him TLR?
It's for tweets.
It's just to condense it.
Yeah.
Save characters?
Yeah, the tweet. Just easier.
That's how.
And
the
and
Yankees-
people, I get confused on like what parts of La Russa are like capitalizers. There's supposed to be a space there. Just TLR's easier to type.
That's a good point, BBD. Good point there. We all called it. We all called it prior to the season when they first hired the guy. We thought that was the dumbest thing they could do. And then there was like this little bit of a wave being like, yeah, you want to know why? All the White Sox players were defending him, but you want to know why?
Got
because
to.
it was spring training.
Is their
It was
manager?
spring training. The optimism and like the mood in spring training is always good. I'm over it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
I'm a little biased because I'm a thick guy by nature. I think Yermin Mercedes is hot.
Do you see him all tatted up and stuff?
Yeah.
CC Sabathia, did you hear his quotes on it, Trev?
Yeah.
He was fired up.
CC crushed it. He always does.
He's like, this rookie's like carrying you right now. And a lot of people,
he has zero clue.
a lot of people say he missed a sign or whatever. And like, if he did miss a sign, then there is a problem. You can't just like disregard signs and shit like that. If there was footage of Tony La Russa running up the steps yelling, take, 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 we would have seen it by now. I straight up don't believe it happened. I think maybe he was yelling take and stepped up on the step. But
There's no way he was even yelling.
Yeah, I don't even think so either. I listened to both radio announcers with the volume tuned all the way up and both TV broadcasts with the volume tuned up to see if we could hear anything. Couldn't. That doesn't prove anything. It could have been drowned out anyway. But it would have been out there. Like, they have that footage, you know. That guy in San Diego that punched that fan, that was broadcast footage that they leaked because they wanted that dude to get in trouble. Like, it would have been out there. I think he just said it for effect. And he's so out of touch, Trev, that I think he was trying to get ahead of it to stop the Twins from throwing at him. Like, in his twisted old senile brain, he's like, oh, people are going to be upset about this. I should get in the front of it and let the Twins know that I disciplined them already. They don't need to do it. And he doesn't understand. It's like, no one's that upset. And, you know, I feel bad for Duffy now because Duffy didn't want to throw at him. I said it in the breakdown. Like, Duffy didn't want to throw at him. We've seen Phil Hughes say this before. Pitching coaches say, you have to throw at this guy, otherwise you're in the doghouse, you know, you're back of the pecking order, and they have the power. You can read Duffy's mannerisms that entire time. He did not want to throw at him. Even when he missed him, you could see him like, oh, shit. And now he gets suspended, and now, like, the public's against Duffy, and I guarantee you he did not want to throw at him.
He didn't. And Duffy's one of the funnier, cooler guys in the league. Like, everyone should be like rallying around, rooting for a guy like Tyler Duffy, who has made a career, you know, out of, you know, being a swing guy, being a sometimes starter, spot starter, a reliever. Like, this guy has earned his money. And now, like, you think he wants to go around away and get 40 grand? He doesn't want to do that.
Twins players,
That new kid.
like the Twins players weren't upset about it. Their coaches were. The coaches made Duffy throw it.
So I will address that because I put that out. I took the temp of the clubhouse. Players I talked to were not upset about it and said that didn't even think twice. But then I got a DM from a guy that covers the Twins, and he said a couple guys that he talked to were a little bit irked. So obviously there was a few different opinions on it, and then we know what the coaching staff thought about it. So it's I don't know. I'm gonna chalk it up to Rocco or whoever gave the go ahead to throw. You mean? I think they were trying to fire the team up. I guess like they're scratching and clawing. They're trying anything to get out of the pit that they're in. So doesn't excuse it at all. But that's what happened.
Yeah.
Interleague?
Trev?
So it's not a long one.
Interleague play.
Big series.
Just when Jimmy deems them out of the race, the Royals go ahead and sweep the Brew Crew in 2 games. 2-0 first game, 6-4 second game. Not a lot of offense in these games. The Royals hit 200, 273, 300. The Brewers hit 185, 239, 292. That is terrible. Royals starting pitching, obviously, pitched pretty good. And one guy for the Royals, Kelvin Gutierrez, had a third of the hits. 4 of the 12 hits went to one guy. Yelich did get activated. A little rusty, went 0 for 6. Did have 3 walks. And then some sad news coming out of Kansas City. Danny Duffy, who been one of the brighter spots for them and one of the better pitchers in all of baseball to start the year, is being placed on the 10-day IL. Royals sweep a 2-game set. And that is the interleague play.
Ooh.
That was nice, Trev.
Very nice.
Yes, Trevor.
What do you got, Jim? The Royals are back.
No.
Huge.
I mean,
huge 2 games.
they have too many pieces to move. Where I know ownership brought in a lot of guys to like give back to the fans and give a good product and all that. But I mean, the Royals have so many pieces to move and get a return and get, a collection of a return that I hope ownership doesn't try to just say, no, we're in it, we're buyers because we want to reward the fan base. Because there will be Royals that like that, but they got a lot of pieces, man. I mean,
I think you already said it. When they got swept by the Tigers, that was the death punch.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there's going to be at one of these check-ins, probably mid-June, the Royals are going to have like a 5-game losing streak, and it's going to be like your hand has been forced. Like the ownership saying, we're 2 games under 500, we're still long season. There's going to be a front office level death punch at some point. Sorry, Royals fans, and hey, prove me wrong, but you got trade pieces.
They got a lot, man. I mean, if you want a defensive center fielder because you need a defensive replacement in the outfield, go get Michael A. Taylor for cheap. You want someone that can crush righties, go get Soler. Mike Minor for this year and next year, a lefty that's been getting people out, go get him. They got a lot.
Santana on the 2-year. There's always Whit Merrifield rumors, kind of for no reason because he's their guy. Couple bullpen arms.
Yeah.
What do you guys got? What do you guys got on the Brew Crew? We know they're a good team. They got the starting pitching to do it. Yelich, they need him. They need him back. They need him being MVP Yelly, and I think he will do it. Hopefully, this is the last time he had to go on the IL. Hopefully, he's back, gets his timing, because the game is more fun when the Brew Crew are running out their starting pitchers and a guy like Yelich.
Yeah.
Just haven't seen it this year yet.
Their Achilles heel the past little while now is there's just times when they don't hit at all. I mean, pretty much all the shortened season, they are in a little bit of a funk right now. So they were 17-10. They are now 21-22. So they are 4-12 in their last 16. That's tough. Narvaez is back. He's been hitting for them. Wong's been doing what Colin Wong does. Yeah, I mean, when that team doesn't have MVP level Yelly in the middle of it, that changes the whole dynamic. That sounds obvious, but because their starting pitching's still been really good. Woodruff, Peralta, Burns, and Hauser are all still there, so expect to see them back. It looks like they're in a little bit of a funk, and they'll be in the slog.
I don't want to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it.
Ask it.
Lorenzo Cain.
So,
when the Brewers signed him, we heard that this was a big signing for them, and there was a lot on the line for the guy, that wanted Lorenzo. And if it didn't work out, it was going to be tough for that guy. It hasn't worked out. Is he do you think he's got it? Do you think Lorenzo can come back and be the offensive threat that he once was? Is he going to be that guy in the outfield still? Where are we at with Lorenzo? Because they need him too if they want to make a run at this thing.
I'd have to ask Brewers fans what the numbers are telling me. I mean, he obviously sat out most of last season with the COVID stuff, so you kind of have to shrug at that. We heard he was hurt in 2019. He did win a Gold Glove. So, yeah, I mean, I think the book's still out on this season. It's obviously not ideal, 208, a 313 on base, 674. You want Zoe to be above that. I'm assuming defensively he's still doing it, but his numbers... I mean, it's all carried by a very big 2018, but his numbers with Milwaukee still look pretty good. 280 batting average, 358 on base, 750 OPS with, plus defense. That's kind of what they believe in. They need more from him this year.
Yeah. He's 35, man. I hate to do that to guys, but
older than
it's
me.
going to be tough.
Older than me.
And me. My birthday's coming up, guys. If anyone wants
When's
to
your
give me a
birthday?
gift, June 15th.
Oh, my God.
It's a big
not
day for
coming up.
America.
Kidding me?
Sure it is. It's less than a month away, Jim.
See you like 20 times between now and then.
California is scheduled to like fully open up June 15th. And I believe even our guy Biden was talking about using that as a springboard for the rest of the country as well. So
Well, isn't everyone else
we'll be
already fully
celebrating my
open?
birthday
Politics,
and that.
Trev.
I think California would be the last to open up.
Dude, we are crushing it. We have zero COVID cases.
Really proud.
It's the best.
Neither does Florida. They stopped counting.
It's the best.
Don't get political.
Political
Don't
card.
you dare get political in here.
I'm just
James.
reporting news.
Yeah, both of you were on the line there. Not over the line, on the line.
Oh, because I said Biden.
Yeah, kind of.
This is funny. Look,
Emacs birthday today.
I'm not. I don't lean any way. I'm a central guy. I want to hear the top before I make my decisions on anything. But they had Biden in a Ford Lightning truck, and he like drove it, and like there was like conspiracy theorists saying that secretly the Secret Service was driving it, and it was like a driver's ed car with 2 steering wheels, which it clearly wasn't. Like that. How like hilarious is it that they're making stuff up like that? Like, come on, guys.
You don't know. You don't know.
Was it like a remote control car or something?
Let's get away.
By the
from
way,
this.
old school Ford Lightnings, 2000, badass car. Truck.
Cool beans, man. Can I introduce a new segment to you guys?
Yeah.
New
Yes.
segment alert. Chat. Everybody clap. It's a new segment.
I have a soundbite for it, I think.
Okay.
You say the segment name, and then I'll play the soundbite.
All right. 3, 2. Who threw a no-hitter this series?
Oh, God! No, God, please, no! No!
No.
Love Parks and Rec. Corey Kluber threw a no-hitter for the Yankees. 9 innings pitch, no hits, 9 Ks, 1 walk. Spencer Turnbull threw a no-hitter for the Tigers. 9 innings pitch, 9 Ks, 2 walks.
Nice. Can't wait to see who throws some next week. Let's go on to Standout Performances, brought to you by Magic Spoon Cereal. Don't eat trash. Eat healthy cereal. It's guilt-free cereal. You guys already know all about it. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories a serving. Just like Jake, it's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free, and they have new flavors. So go get them now. Don't eat bad cereal. Eat good cereal.
Ooh.
I think that's their new slogan.
We'll ask them.
Yeah.
Because that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like cinnamon raisin bagel. You know, you're not having dessert for breakfast here. You're having breakfast or late night snack, as I do. MagicSpoon.com/baseball to grab a new limited edition birthday cake or a custom bundle of cereal to try it today. And be sure to use our promo code baseball at checkout to save $5 off your order. This offer is now good anywhere in the U.S. or Canada, but only when you use our code at checkout, backed with the 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. Remember, get your next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/baseball and use code baseball to save $5. Standout performances.
Standout performance. Jimbo, you're the leadoff hitter this week.
I am?
You been.
Cool. My standout performance is Darren Ruff. You ever seen Darren Ruff?
Hot.
I don't know about that. He kind of like, he looks like, I don't know how to say what I'm going to say.
He's okay looking.
You're just looking at a picture of his face?
Yeah.
No, you got to see his whole body and stuff. It's like,
Oh, you're in on that.
he's
I'm
6'2".
Googling Darren Ruff body.
He's
right
6'2",
now.
230.
Yeah.
But the way he plays like the outfield and like looks on the bases, you'd think he was like Shrek.
Okay.
Just kind of like hovers there.
He doesn't look like Shrek. His body movement.
His
is
body
like Shrek.
movements. Yeah, you got to like watch him. Like I did a breakdown on him because he botched like 2 balls that hit him in the head.
Shut up, donkey.
But like,
Jake.
Yeah.
No offense, Darren. He's not hot.
okay, here, look at this photo of him running. It kind of gets it across.
Yeah, he's
He's
not.
not like fluid.
He's a ball player. He's a hitter.
Yeah. Yes.
He's a hitter.
Yes. He looks like he'd twist his hands and sawdust would come out.
Mm.
So
He's got nice eyes.
yeah, really nice eyes. They're kind
Far
of.
from an ugly
He's
guy.
nowhere near ugly.
I wasn't even talking about his.
Yeah.
I was talking about the way he moves on a baseball field is funny.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, He had an absolute awesome day. He almost hit for the cycle in 4 innings. You guys think that's cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's my standout. Okay?
Yes.
He goes 4 for 5 with the walk. Well, they crushed Cincinnati 19-4, but a lot of his hits didn't come in slop time. In the first inning, he had an RBI single off of Tyler Mahle, right? Then he gets up in the 3rd inning, and he has a single to get the inning going. There's a walk, and then he hits a single. Eventually comes around the score, I believe. He gets up again in the 3rd inning. The Giants bat around. They bring in a new pitcher, Ryan Hendricks. He greets him with a home run.
Whoops.
So now he's got a double, single, and home run. He's a triple away from the cycle after the 3rd inning. Pretty good. His next at bat, what happened was there was a runner on 3rd, only 1 out. Pitcher threw a pass ball, Heath Hembry. The runner came home. Now he doesn't have an RBI opportunity. He's out. Doesn't care. He lines out to 3rd base. Moves on. He was bullshit about that. And then he comes up again later in the game, gets a double. So 4 hits, triple shy of the cycle. Great game by Darren Ruff. My standout performance. 2 RBIs, 4 runs scored.
I like that. Can I say something nice about him? I feel so
Yeah.
bad now.
I wasn't trying to insult him.
No, Trev went.
He looks like
for
a
no
hitter.
Reason.
Well, I have to defend the Hot Boys. You can't just lump everybody into the Hot Boys. That's my
No
brand.
one said he
You
was
know
a
what I
hot
mean?
boy.
I like Darren's done it. Darren has played in the big leagues, found himself in a situation he didn't like, went over to Korea, absolutely mashed, and then he came back here and he's in the big leagues again doing that, Jimmy. I think that's really cool because once you go over there, a lot of guys say, hey, that's probably going to be it for me. But he came back, found his way back into the big leagues show, and he's doing it. So I commend you, Darren Ruff, because you put the work in, and that is commendable.
Yeah, man. I remember when he was on the way up and Phillies fans were pretty excited. He put 2012, 25 years old in Reading, Double-A. How's 38 homers, 317, 408, a 1 dot. So this guy was a hitter prospect. And then, he played for the Phils. He was up and down. He kind of got 1 season a run. It didn't click. Like you said, he goes to the KBO, rakes. And now he's back with our favorite hitting coach organization, the San Francisco Giants. And how about the 2 years he's been back? 914 OPS. That's pretty good.
Very good.
That's pretty
Jake,
good.
who's your
And he's from Omaha. He looks like he's from Omaha.
Yeah.
So it makes
who's your standout, Jake?
My standout, you guys may be familiar with them, and I mean now that Trout's hurt, I'm going with the best ever. I'm going with Randy. Hey, Rosarena. He had a 2-homer day against the Birds. Say what you want about the O's. A 2-homer day is a 2-homer day. He also brought one back. He robbed a homer that day, so that's net 3 homers, basically.
Who'd he rob?
I'm not sure. I'd have to check.
I count it.
Randy's season is starting to get there. 283, 370 on base, and 829 OPS, a 142 OPS plus. I was excited for these Rays coming into the season. The offense was really sputtering early, and it had me a little concerned. Randy's getting it going. He almost has a 2 WAR so far in 41 games. And I think, again, the story that ties into this, Randy last year, he slaps it around to 23 games in the regular season. They think he might just be their kind of a lefty platoon guy. He goes on to the postseason to basically become the best ever, as people are saying. And then think about that. There's a long off season. You only have a small sample size. He comes out this year, didn't get off to the hottest start. He's going. BBD, you look very excited.
He robbed Pat Valleca.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Mortal Kombat Pat?
As people are calling him.
That's a good nickname. There.
I love
Mortal
that.
Kombat.
One of the homers came off Means, and he opened the game up with this, which in the book they said deep to left field, but it's a routine flyout. But I wanted to see if maybe
Gone at
he was-
Fenway.
Camden.
yeah, gone at Fenway. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a deep fly ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So,
Good job.
Randy, the best ever.
TBE. Trev, standout performance, who you got?
Yeah, I got to put my cool guy sunglasses on again.
Of course.
Shout out Polite, my friend's company. Go check them out.
Ad.
I am going to give it to a guy who absolutely makes the game better pretty much in every facet, off the field, on the field. Of course, I'm talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. Now, if you recall, he went on the COVID list. He was out for 8 days, and all he did was come back and go 4 for 4 with a homer, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. He made a slide turn into a highlight because he was so athletic and flexible. Like, everything this guy does is cool. And one of the reasons that this is even more spectacular is when you're on the COVID list, you're quarantined, baby. This guy didn't even pick up a bat for 8 freaking days. We were talking to Rosie about it, Chris Rose, and he said that all he did was like run some sprints one day outside of his hotel or wherever he was staying, and that's it. That's all the baseball activity he had. Comes back, doesn't go to any rehab games. Mind you, he subluxed his shoulder, so he has a new follow-through. Like, I keep referencing that because it's a big deal. First base hit up the middle, right center field homer, 2 doubles down the left field line. The guy sprang it to all fields after missing 8 freaking days. Comes back and hits big league pitching like that. He's an absolute superstar. He's the coolest guy in the big leagues. And he just, as much credit as we give him, he doesn't get enough credit for what he does for baseball. So congratulations to Fernando Tatis Jr.
Great job. Great job. Great job.
Good sesh.
Good sesh, people are saying. Which brings us to Trev's favorite segment.
Was that Jake?
Yeah, that was Jake. BBD, who are the potential additions?
Got some good names potentially coming on. Ozzie Albies in an 0 for 16 slide, 1 walk, 5 Ks. Yelly, we talked about him a little briefly, 0 for 6, 3 walks. Justin Turner, 0 for 11 with a walk. Whit Merrifield, 0 for 7 with a walk. Maikel Franco, we saw him do damage on both sides against the Yankees just a week ago, 0 for 14.
Oh, no. So I'm going to take Yelly off. He just came back from the IL. His first 6 at-bats. I don't think that's – I'm not watching that yet.
We don't need to watch that.
Not yet. Yeah. Ozzy, 0 for 16. That's a real one. That's a real one.
Little monster.
And I'm also going to take Witt off because he only played 2 games.
Okay.
There's only 2 games.
Witt.
So we got to add out Ozzy. So let's see. Out of the people that were on, Nick Madrigal was on Slump Watch. We said he needed some extra base hits, Trev. You and I both. We said, hey, this guy, he needs to start getting some extra base hits if he's going to stick around. He responds with a homer and a double. Absolutely love it. Maybe the little slide that he went in was like him just trying for a little more power. It took a week for the power swing to connect or something. Who knows? But yeah, 500 on base percentage, 375 with pop. Very happy for Nick Madrigal. If he can just do that every 2 weeks, just pop a couple doubles and a home runs, all his numbers are going to be insane.
A lot of people on White Sox Twitter were saying that they haven't seen me and Nick Madrigal in the same room.
Okay.
I, too, haven't. So that's something to watch going forward.
We'll see. Well, I mean, he's in New York right now.
Did you see he had my massive glasses on?
No.
They did for their road trip. This was actually pretty good. They had we've been seeing the teams go to Miami and do we're going to Miami, do beach outfits or whatever. They did a Yon Moncada. Everyone dressed like Yon. So they were all just like swagged up.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
It looked like outfits, like your outfit would have worked, your beach outfit.
Madrigal wore a Jake fit.
I gotta see it.
That White Sox Twitter was tagging me in, and I love you guys. It's going to be a big weekend for us.
I see it here. I got it up.
Yeah.
The White Sox Twitter account tweeted it out.
Do you think Tony La Russa planned that,
There's
or was he
Rodon.
like in a wool suit and tie?
So
I mean,
you.
that's literally my chain. Those are
That's
literally my big
Davey
glasses.
Garcia and you combined.
Yeah.
Nick Madrigal.
I like Davey.
They're all in why don't you have Madrigal come step in against us backyard?
Okay. I'll just reach out.
Yeah, you know him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll just go get him. You want me to get him now?
He's off Slump Watch.
Good job, Nick.
And Ozzy replaces him. Jesse Winker, 4 for 14 with a homer, 2 walks and 2 RBIs, 375 on base percentage, 286, having a good season. And that's what we wanted, Trev.
Yeah.
This is why we put Jesse Winker on Slump Watch, because we're like, dude, you're having a great year.
Yeah.
You just had a bad series. We got to watch this. So he takes himself right off. That's the power of it. Winker, off. And I'm going to put Turner in his place, 0 for 11.
Bootstrap Bill.
And I love Turner.
Yeah.
Big Turner fan.
But he's going to come off.
That's exactly the thing, yeah.
It's a process. It's a process.
Mike Trout got injured, so
off.
he's off, and that's not fun. That's not
Miss
fun.
you.
Ooh,
Lindor
Lindor.
stays.
Is Lindor still doing bad? The Mets are doing so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that one blip was a blip.
It's a blip.
Man, that's tough, man.
Let's.
2 for
Lindor
11
needs to
this
be his own
series.
thing, right? We did that
Yeah, I
last
mean,
year.
he's
Who was
not
the guy
really
last year?
slumping at this point.
How about this is Lindor's last slump watch?
Okay.
We'll see if we
We're
make
giving him
Lindor
an
watch.
every
numbers on the
chance,
year?
man.
301 OBP, 280 slugging, 280.
Yeah, he's got 3 doubles and 3 homers, and that's all. I mean, yeah, he's just having a bad year right now. Like, technically career, it's a slump, but we'll do one more. We'll give him the weekend.
Do you know what Justin Morneau would say to him?
Hit the ball.
He'd go up, slap on the butt, and say, "Don't worry, buddy. Your money's guaranteed." Do you know?
No one's ever said that to me.
Go be you.
That was Justin Morneau.
Nate Lowe. He was on there.
Stays.
Stays. Yankees pitched him into a bigger slump.
Yeah. Now 1 for his last 26.
Were you gonna say something like pitched his butt?
Yeah. I was going to say Yankees.
you
I wanted
were.
to say Yankees pitched their butt off, but I said his instead of their, so I had to alter the sentence.
Nice audible.
So I had to audible. Yeah. So I audibled to whatever I said. You want to put Michael Franco on there?
I do, because, he a little 0 for 14 jobber. And, when we do start getting heavy trade talks this year, he's kind of having a tough year. But he's a guy that should be, if you need third base help, the Orioles will be selling, and he's a major league third baseman. So we'll keep an eye on him.
You guys would love him. You guys would
Felt
love
that.
him and his energy that he
Felt
brings.
that watching him.
Yeah.
He had some cool quotes about Galvis because they played in Philly together. And then he said, he taught him how to be a good third baseman. And then now they're together in Baltimore again. And he's just been a menace to the Yankees. That's the only times I've seen him.
Been playing really good defense at third.
So Slump Watch is Ozzy Albies, Justin Turner, Michael Franco, whatever, Francisco Lindor, and Nate Lowe. We're watching you guys. Lindor, we've been watching, getting tired of watching.
tired.
See you
Hit,
later. Maybe
dude.
just get some hits. Please, just get some
Talk
hits.
to Donnie Diesel.
I would say just stop dyeing your hair. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm just saying.
Gotta be him,
dude.
though,
Like
Trev.
you want
Yeah, I'm
change
the
up.
opposite. I'd say super dye your hair.
Dye your face.
Dye your pubes.
They're dyed.
Sometimes you just got to go. I'm not gonna make it about me, but just stop. Just don't dye your hair anymore.
Appreciate that.
In Fuego.
Dirt nasties on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
And Fuego is brought to you by Dugout Mugs. Look at these mugs. I put my mug right in front of Jake's mug. Dugout Mugs. They're doing an early bird Father's Day sale right now. If you use the code JOMBOY, you get 35% off all MLB Dugout Mugs. They're fully licensed. You can get our logos, talking baseball, talking Yanks. You can just get your dad's name. You can get your dad's face, maybe. You can do custom engraving. I don't know if they can do faces. Actually, a question I wanted to ask because I wanted to get faces of me and Jake put on mugs to sell them as just
I think they
one of
can. I
ones.
think they can put any picture. on there.
The next 500 will get 30% off. If you use code JOMBOY, you get 35% off. Dugout Mugs. Go check them out. They are the perfect gift. They are the perfect gift.
The perfect gift.
That wasn't mocking Dugout Mugs. They are a perfect gift. It was mocking my own voice because I delivered it like a stupid idiot. In Fuego, we got Randy, the best ever, Ozarena. Jake touched on that. Trey Mancini,
Yes.
America's heart, feel-good story. Everyone's rooting for him. He goes 6 for 12 with 3 homers.
leading the show in RBIs, right?
That's awesome.
believe so.
Miguel Sano, thighs as big as Jake's
big dude.
body. He hit 4 homers, 3 in one game, right?
I believe so.
I believe I saw it was 3 in one game. He also had a couple walks, 389 on base percentage. Joey Wendell goes 7 for 11, 2 home runs, one of those coming off a 47-mile-per-hour pitch from a position player. No one cared. Kevin Cash clapped for him and high-fived him after he hit it
Weird.
because it doesn't matter. Will Smith, he hit 2 home runs. I think he had 2 in one game. 545 batting average this series, 6 for 11. Nick Castellanos, he goes 7 for 12. He's doing the damn thing. Jake Cronenworth, the forgotten Padre, 6 for 11 with a home run. And Harold Castro, not in my book,
No.
6 for 9. Who's Harold Castro?
Think he's a Tiger? Am I
Trev?
dreaming that? Yeah, because I think they have the Castros.
They
Yeah.
also have Willie.
I don't know.
Willie and Harold. Yeah. Go Tiger up. Don't sleep on him.
Can I give a Nick Castellanos shout out real quick?
Look
Sure.
at want to see it. Want to hear how many positions Harold Castro has played this year?
Yeah.
That's wild. He's played all of them. Yeah, I mean
Not catcher, not right field.
that's wild.
He has pitched.
He's pitched, so he's got
Versatile.
10 games at first, 7 at second, 3 at third, 3 at short, 2 in center field, 2 in left field, 1 at pitcher, 1 at DH. I mean, playing shortstop and center field?
Shout out Caracas, Venezuela. I've been there.
Not to be rude, his picture, just like his face, he doesn't look like a guy that's playing shortstop and center field.
He gives you some middle infield vibes. When you hear that's a middle infielder, you're like, okay, yeah. He can pick it.
I see him as a corner infielder,
Yeah,
face-wise.
I see the middle.
I'm just looking at his face.
Looking at just his face, I get the sense he's a guy you would stick at second with positioning. He's fine, but I guess he picks it. Wasn't in my book either.
He just got a little
close.
baby face to him where I'm like, I think of him as like a chubby guy, but he's not a chubby guy.
Carlos Guillen vibes. Thank you.
That's
Trev-
in Fuego.
Trev, I know you wanted to dap up Castellanos.
Yes. Funny video. He's the king of the funny videos right now in MLB. The crowd shouted out to him. This is a new thing the crowds are doing. It's right hand, left hand, and they're giving them options. Trout did it with like these guns and Call of Duty, I guess. They asked him, right hand boobs, left hand butt. He put both up. He likes them both, which is a great answer for that. So good for Castellanos. Having fun with the game and absolutely raking. So,
Fun King.
shout out.
Castellanos. Yuli Gurriel, I have seen the chat going. He had a casual 6 for 13, and he's having a great season. So, hey, nothing against you, Stro Nation. I'll give Yuli some love.
Didn't we give him like last week?
He's been. It's kind of funny, man. I was going through his stats. There hasn't been series that he's kind of totally blown up, but you see a couple 4-hit games and like just on the month 318, 9. Like his whole season has been fuego.
Nice. That brings
Astros
us
infield sleeper pick for Trev.
brings us to awards. My first award is Heavy Lies the Crown award. Yep.
Ooh.
Heavy Lies the Crown award, Trev.
So true, man.
You know who I stole this award from? Jake. He said it in the office the other day. He said, I'm going to steal that from you. Since I go first. I yelled, BBD, can you remind me to steal this award from Jake? BBD put it in the sheet for me, which helped me to remember that I was stealing Jake's award.
Yeah.
So, Heavy Lies the Crown goes to who's ever in first place in the American League. Not a place you want to be. The A's are there. They're moving away from Oakland. The team's asking to leave. They're getting other things in the news.
Yeah.
Not talking about how they're a first place team. Talking about other shit. White Sox. first place in the entire American League. What are we talking about? The manager being an old butthead. So just be careful. Boston, Yankees take care of the White Sox this weekend. I don't think they really will, but if they did, and Boston takes care of the Rays, and now Boston's the number one team, heavy lies the crown. Maybe Alex Cora gets busted for being a cheater again. Who knows? I don't know.
We don't know.
I'm just be wary about being in first place in the American League. Bad headlines.
More money, more problems.
Yeah. Jake, what's your award?
God, I hear that.
You got a piece of glitter right under your eye this time.
Get it with your tongue
Ooh.
later.
Smell like baby powder too?
I'm going with these eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another award. Just write that down, BBD.
Okay.
I am giving it to Mad Max Scherzer. How about a little cross promotion on the award? Was just on Rose rotation. It's a must listen. One of the biggest bankrolls to appear on the JOMBOY Media Network. Mad Max, known for those eyes, 2 different colored eyes. He's got the dogs. It's kind of like a weird. If you showed someone from Europe, they'd be like, "Okay, what cult is this?" Mad Max Scherzer, his last 4 starts, 26.1 innings pitched, a 1.37 ERA. I think these Nats are going to eat it. They just got beat up by the Cubbies. I feel like every time I tune in to the NL East, I announced it on this show. I'm quitting on the Nats. For a while, I couldn't quit them. I'm quitting on them. I'm tracking Mad Max. Trev, you kind of got me excited with your trade deadline. Everyone goes, boogity, boogity. If this dude gets moved at the deadline this year, I am so stoked for that. I am rooting for that.
Didn't they come out and say they weren't going to trade him?
Sure. Teams say a lot of stuff, man.
Okay.
Astros said they didn't cheat. Scherzer, 4 games, dropping it. I'm excited. I want to see him in a different jersey, and go check out the Chris Rose rotation. He was great on there.
Nice award.
Thanks, Trev.
Trevor, your award?
Rocco says we need to give Matt Duffy an award because he's just been really good. I like that. I like Matt Duffy a lot. He's been through a lot, had some injuries, so he's playing well. Boom. That's not my
Also
award.
Rose rotation.
But shout out Matt Duffy. My award is the Gandalf the White award. There's a scene in the Two Towers movie where Gandalf goes into Rohan. And he's got his gray cloak on, and he's trying to get King Theoden, get the curse out of him. Saruman has possessed him, and he's speaking through King Theoden, and he says, "You have no power here, Gandalf the Grey." And then all of a sudden, boom, opens the cloak up. He's Gandalf the White, baby. Let's freaking go. JT Real Muto was Gandalf the Grey, very powerful, awesome dude, kind of caught in a weird space and all the sticky ball stuff. But today he took that gray cloak off and became JT the White because he unloaded in an article that Ken and Eno wrote about the sticky stuff, and he called out the pitchers. And why it's a big deal is because catchers have very close relationships with all their pitching staff. And very rarely do they ever cross over and become part of the hitter's portion, the position player's portion. They're mostly on the pitching side. But we've been talking about this sticky shit for a long time on this podcast, this show, and it never really gets any traction. We talk about it, people forget about it. I really believe JT is kind of opening the floodgates now. When a guy like that puts his name on it in an article and says, look, these guys are doing something crazy with the ball. It's not just the launch angle approach that's bringing down, the hitting. Everyone's complaining about how bad the hitting is. These guys are doing stuff with the ball you're not supposed to be able to do. Okay? And this needs to be talked about way more. MLB has been so slow on enforcing it. And I think, like I said, because JT put his name on it, came out against the pitchers and said this something has to stop. I think we're going to see more and more guys come out and talk about it. And I think that's going to end up being good for baseball because it's getting ridiculous. Nobody wants to see a no-hitter every week. They don't. Nobody wants to see guys looking foolish up there, teams hitting under 200. Like, big leaguers don't have one approach. They don't just go up there trying to hit home runs. I know a lot of people have that narrative. That's not the case. The case really is, the biggest part of it is the fact that these pitchers are all getting these 300 RPM bumps. And I believe that JT is going to help out with the cause. So congratulations, JT the White. Good job.
Job, JT. There's a really, your boy, Trev, in the chat, Nate Steele, said, he said, Talkin baseball.
Ooh, I like that.
That's good. That's good.
BBD, who is our best friend of the week?
Job, Trev.
Our best friend this week is Ian Happ. 5 for 14 week, 3 homers, I believe a 2-homer game, a double, 5 ribbies, and a walk. Ian Happ. New episode of The Compound, I think, just went out an hour ago.
He came back from being on the IL because of that collision. He played in one game. His first game back went 0 for 5. The next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, he's got 4 home runs. He is making up for lost time. Ian Happ, good shit.
Let's go.
Brings us to our last segment of the day. Elevator talk. If you're stuck in an elevator with a fan that's wearing this hat, here is some quick fodder.
Come on, baby.
You can say, BBD, 2 minutes on the clock. Diamondbacks, is it worthwhile?
Yeah.
All right, I'm pulling up trade pieces then.
Choo-choo.
I mean, they just got swept,
big
so
gap
the first
for it.
thing you can say is like, man, those guys got a great social media team. I wish the team was playing well.
Can you believe the Dodgers be back to being the Dodgers when we run into them? Yeah, we're in a little bit of a funk right now, but we're working on it.
You can say, hey, did you hear Stephen Vogt was just on the Chris Rose rotation? And you can
Bad.
talk about that a little bit.
God, what a great episode that was.
You know, we ran into the injury bug. Carson Kelly's hurt. Christian Walker, Asdrubal Cabrera, Swole Calhoun. This is the heart of our team. We're getting screwed.
I heard they have algae in the pool in right center. That's what I
Mad
heard.
Bum's
Gotta
a
clean it up there.
stud.
Yes.
I mean, very true.
The housing market in Phoenix is looking
How
great
about
right
this
now,
Josh
so that's
Rojas
good
kid?
for
You
them.
can say that.
Josh Rojas, local guy.
Yep.
Local guy. Mad Bum. Whoops. How's his last?
Dude, everyone's hurt. That's
We're
what you say.
hurt.
You just get in the
We're
elevator and say,
hurt.
so everyone's hurt, huh? Everyone's hurt.
Yeah, Escobar's fun. Escobar likes Fuego to chow.
Mad Bum's
Eats him all the
Bum's
time, full of
last
power.
6, 34 innings pitched, a 1.32 ERA on the table.
Is Escobar going to get traded?
It's hot.
He'd be great.
I
on a
mean,
team.
can
What
play a lot
what
of
guy.
positions in the infield. Free agent. He'd be a true rental. Yeah, I mean they should
Came from the White
probably.
Sox.
A team's going to be looking for anyone that's looking for infield help platoon. Jake,
Eduardo Escobar leading the National League in runs batted in. How about that?
Oh, Esky.
RBIs for short.
Love that.
With 32. All right, goodbye, farewell, auf Wiedersehen. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tremors.